and welcome to today's episode of Blockbears! Today we'll take a look at Traceto and give a quick and honest opinion based on their product, their team, their partnership, competitor, their hype token matrix, and of course give a verdict on their investment potential. The product. Now, Traceto is operating a KYC, AML, and CFT platform by using blockchain to revolutionize the compliance space, which is increasingly important in the crypto market. Traceto is trying to be an inclusive KYC utility platform that focuses on the blockchain community. Traceto is a B2B outfit, so they will work closely with business users like exchanges, wallets, and ICOs. So, what is their end goal? Traceto is aiming to leverage their network and become the dominant KYC player in the blockchain space. Ultimately, end users will only need to submit their KYC data once and be able to reuse that data across other exchanges, wallets, and ICOs. The savings on KYC costs will be passed on to service providers, which in turn would attract more service providers to join the Traceto platform, growing the ecosystem. Now let's move on to token utility. As a start, the main token users would be service providers who need to do due diligence on their customers. Traceto will not charge end users as the regulatory compliance with AML KYC standards lies with end service providers. A quick example of their business flow is as such. Say Kyber Exchange, which is one of their partners, has 20,000 users on the Kyber platform. Kyber Exchange will point these 20,000 users to Traceto ecosystem to be vetted. On the back end, Kyber will need to purchase T2T tokens for payment to Traceto for KYC services. Now, there are future plans for end consumers to be able to perform basic social verification on behalf. Now, this is a clever idea to move KYC from a centralized standpoint to a broader aspect that engage the community. Now, this could potentially mean that verifiers could stake token to verify users and be rewarded for good behaviors or lose tokens for bad behaviors. Now, our favorite thing about the team is their affiliation with parent company, Hypnosis Solutions. Chikit, Traceto CEOs, separately runs this company which focuses on regulatory technology software. Hypnosis Solutions is currently servicing around 450 to 500 B2B clients, of which many of these clients operate in the crypto markets. This is good for the project with partnership announcements between existing Hypnosis clients and the Traceto platform. Some of the noteworthy partnership in which Traceto will be providing KYC services for Kyber, DGX, and Sentinel Protocol. Other partnerships include Blockbears, FidentialX, FinTrucks, and PolicyPal Network, which was just recently announced. Now, this next piece of news has not been confirmed, but we have strong reasons to believe that Traceto will be launching a partnership with Gibraltar Exchange, GBX, to provide KYC services for exchange users. This will be a big thing as GBX is already in talks with many ICOs looking to launch on their exchange platform. Some of the facts that support this claim is that GBX is an existing client of Hypnosis Solutions and Traceto is launching their token sales at GBX platform. With their huge network in this space, we'll definitely see more upcoming partnership announcements. Now, partnerships are super important for the success and adoption of Traceto as it is ultimately a B2B outfit. The more partnerships they have, the greater usage and adoption for T2T tokens, the more they will create a long-term price appreciation for T2T tokens. Now, a quick analysis on the two main competitors that we have identified within the space, Civic and Selfkey. Civic has a working MVP product in play and strong partnership with these big names. At the time of writing, they are valued at $71 million. Selfkey is currently on their alpha testing phase and have done KYC for several ICOs. Selfkey current valuation is about $13 million. Overall, Traceto definitely has much more experience and knowledge in the KYC space. However, their mainnet launch is only scheduled in the first quarter of 2019 with alpha beta tests to begin in Q3 this year. Traceto will have an opening circulating supply of 30 million if they reach their hard cap, and as a whole, the potential short-term upside for KYC companies isn't strong, especially with current climate conditions. Traceto have about 10,000 users on Telegram, but it is a relatively inactive chat. Even though their main business is B2B, we prefer to put in just a little bit more effort into maintaining and creating hype to end users. After all, it is this group of people who will be buying a majority of the token sales. Mainsale information was only released 1 week prior and failed to generate any significant buzz in the ICO landscape. Basically, they are trying to create hype for the project within a 1 week time frame in a down market. Even with the recent partnership announcement, it's just a little too late as there's not enough FOMO around the token sales. Here's a quick look at the token matrix for Traceto. It is a ERC20 token built on an Ethereum platform with token symbol T2T. The total number of tokens is 1 billion with token distribution, and the use of contribution breakdowns as follows. If we compare the overall token distribution and the use of funds, we do see some overlaps. For instance, marketing, admin, company reserve, operations are generic terms repeated in both, making it appear as if the distribution and usage of funds were not well thought out. Here are some of the token sale details. One T2T token is 10 cents USD, the pre-sale bonus 5%. We like this because the pre-sale do not have a huge advantage over main sale participant, meaning that there's less chance for it to be dumped on main sale participants. The hard cap is 30 million and soft cap 15M. Good to note that they have already hit their soft cap, raising 24 million privately, with only 6 million left for the private crowd sale. Private crowd sale from the 4th to 30th of April, and any unsold tokens will be burnt. The token sale will be held on the Gibraltar exchange platform as we mentioned earlier, and participants can contribute in Ether or RKT tokens, which is the GBX native tokens. Ether and RKT to T2T rate will be pegged on 3rd April, and here's the link to register. Flipping potential, neutral. This is dependent on whether the public token sale goes super well or otherwise. If it sells out within the first few days, then strong flip. Otherwise, it signals a lack of spillover demand from the public sale to secondary exchanges. Now, with the current poor market condition and relatively low hype on the project, we can't help but feel like the second scenario will likely happen. Should this happen, weak hands may let go of their T2T tokens on the opening of the first few hours of the market, causing prices to go down well below ICO levels. Long-term potential, positive. Traceto will be able to piggyback on their parent company's connection to get more partnerships and business listing. Now in the long run, if partners company do well, so will Traceto. And of course, the greater reach Traceto has, the greater the price support range and usage for T2T tokens. This can only happen, of course, when Traceto platform comes online, which is, bearing in mind, first quarter of 2019. This is when the true price value will show upon successful implementation. In the meantime, price determinant will purely be based on investors' confidence and in the potential partnership announcements with exchanges, wallets, and ICOs. Our overall rating for Traceto, orange. So thank you for staying with us for Traceto's ICO review. If you'd like to watch more such content, let us know. Also give us a big thumbs up and click here to subscribe.